Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are reviewing another custom ROM. Now this time it is Alpha Droid. I've been using this ROM for like 3 or 4 days, and in this video I'll be sharing my experiences with every aspect of this ROM. Now starting with the battery backup of this ROM, as you can see we are getting like 8 hours and 55 minutes of screen on time, around 9 hours of screen on time with 104 hours of screen off time and 29 hours of combined time. And as you can see it has a deep sleep of 4 milliamp hours. That means the battery is working just fine and there is no problem with the battery backup of this ROM. Now talking about the charging speed of this ROM, like you can see here, the device charged from 10% to 79% in 1 hour and 4 minutes, that is around 64 minutes. So device charged by 69% in 64 minutes. It is decent, I'll say. It's not very fast but it does the job. Now talking about the customization in this ROM, the customization comes in this alphabet tab, and there are plethora of customization which include this user interface. You can customize many things of this ROM. Like this is one of the most customizable ROMs out there. I won't be going in detail with every single aspect of the customization, but you can see how much customization is there. Like you can see here, this is the buttons customization. You can answer or end call with the buttons, power button or volume button. You can also wake the device with volume buttons and all that stuff. This is pretty common. You can also enable the power. Then you can also customize all the lock screen, like media cover art, battery info, left shortcut, right shortcut and all that. It works just fine. In notification settings, you can enable or disable the heads up settings, blink flashlight for incoming calls and all that. If you like this, you can enable it. Now I don't really use the navigation bar, but if you do use the navigation bar, you can use these settings and customizations to extend the usability of the navigation bar. So there's that. And in the sound settings, this is pretty common stuff. You can change the volume panel style, like Realme UI Rise style. I've seen this in many other ROMs, so it's not something special, but you can enable or disable the screenshot sound. So if you need that, you can use it here. Now the juicy customization are in this miscellaneous tab, like game space, unlock higher FPS in games, unlock higher photo storage and all that. Next, Netflix spoof and ignore secure window flag and all that stuff. You can also enable or disable the Google services, and you can use this as parallel space, where you can have a separate account of an app, like two accounts of WhatsApp in a same phone and all that stuff. So you can also use that. You can also block sensor for particular app to save some battery life. And then there is this pocket detection weather settings. This is pretty common stuff. Like in the sound and vibration settings, this is the options you get. You can set the ringtones and all that stuff. This is pretty common stuff. You can also set the notification sound. And now this is something interesting, that you can set your own charging sound. Like I have set here wired charging. This is jackpot. I have set, you can set to any sound that you want from this plethora of sounds. Like this is the sound that it plays when I put it on charge. So you can also customize. You can put it on this sound or this sound. It all depends upon you, but I haven't seen this in any other ROM, so I think it was worth mentioning. So there's that. Now in the battery settings of this ROM, you can see here, this one also shows the designed battery capacity and the current battery capacity. It also shows this charging cycles, and you can enable or disable this smart cutoff, and it works pretty fine. Actually, I've been using it and it works just fine for me. The battery backup of this ROM, as I've already talked about it, it is pretty decent. There's nothing special, but it's not too bad either. but the OS or the ROM is actually very smooth. Like there is no lag, no jitter. I've been using this ROM for like 3 days, and there is no lag, no jitter, no stutter whatsoever. Now talking about the benchmark in this ROM, you can see that this ROM scored 726 in single core score and 1620 in the multi-core score. Now this is a bit less compared to some other ROMs where I've seen like 1650 multi-core score. So this is the Geekbench 6 GPU benchmark, and you can see that it is a 1214 open seal score. Now in the CPU stress test, like you can see here, the CPU throttled to 83% of its maximum performance with 1,51,000 of average GIPS. So you can see, you can judge the performance. This is a 20 thread and 15-minute test. So there's that. And in the aspect of unlimited storage, you get the Google Pixel unlimited storage in the Google Photos application, so you don't have to worry about the storage and all that stuff. And by default the device is certified, so the banking apps work just fine. I've been using banking apps on this device for like 3 to 4 days, and I haven't faced a single issue regarding banking apps. Talking about the camera application, this ROM ships with the MIUI camera, and every setting in this camera application works just fine, and all the lenses are also working just fine. Like this is ultra wide mode, and then this is the primary lens, and then there is this super macro mode. Everything, like you can see, everything is working just fine, and all the modes are also working fine, including the slow motion, which is now apparently fixed in many ROMs. So there's that. Now this opening this slow motion tab doesn't crash the camera application. I haven't tested if it actually records in slow motion or not, but it at least doesn't crash the camera app, so it is an improvement in some aspect. And other than that, this device ships with the Dolby Atmos, and with that the sound quality in this ROM has been amazing, and I've been using with this profile. If you want to use it with this profile, you can use it, and I've been getting exceptional results in the sound quality. This ROM also comes with the USB dialer, so if you like recording calls, this ROM will do just fine for you. I've been recording calls for past 3 or 4 days, and I haven't gotten a single issue. This ROM ships with the latest Agisna kernel, and with that everything has been buttery smooth. Like I haven't faced any issues with Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or mobile data or anything like that. And the opening and closing of apps is also buttery smooth. Like I haven't faced any issues whatsoever. So if you want to flash this ROM, this is a green flag for me. And this is one of the most customizable and one of the most stable ROMs that I have used in a couple of days. To if you like customization and stability in a same package, this is one of the best ROMs out there for the Redmi Note 10 Pro and Pro Max. So that will be all for this video. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye now.